Can you guys guess what it is I'm doing? Well, I'm going to explain this step to you coming up right after this. Okay, welcome back to the channel. It's the time of the year. It is June 21st, I believe. And yesterday, June 20th, was the longest day of the year. So, in gardening, what does that mean? Well, for me, that I'm growing onions, June 20th means this is where the onions are now going to start forming the big bulbs. And there is a step I do. It's called ringing your onions. Is it necessary to do this? No, it's not necessary. Is it helpful to do it? I agree 100%. When I started doing it 4 years ago, I saw a big, huge difference in the size of the onions, and I'll explain why as I go along and as I do it, so you guys can see, and maybe you can consider doing it for your onions as well. I mean, I do have quite a lot of onions here, but I'm going to invest 40 minutes into doing it. Of course, I'm not going to bring you along for 40 minutes. Don't worry. Don't worry. But I'm just going to give you a quick example as to basically what it is I do, and you can probably get a better understanding as to why I do it, and maybe you should start doing it yourselves. So let's go, and I'll give you an example. Okay, so here we are at the onion bed. This is a raised bed. I think there's 100 onions in this bed, and I think there's 100 and something in this one. So basically, ringing your onions is, you know, as you can see, they have their luscious, beautiful, beautiful green. And we established the green. If you guys have been following this year how I'm growing my onions, I am doing a whole video from basically start to finish of exactly everything I do to in order to grow successful onions. So we got this growth was through the first stage, which was we need to apply a tremendous amount of nitrogen to these onions so we can get the foliage. The video that I did for that, if you guys are interested, I will post it somewhere up here in the corner. And when you guys are done with this lesson here, please go check out that video and you'll know what I'm talking about when it comes to the stages of onions. So, like I said, yesterday, June 20th, was the longest day of the year. The onions right now no longer want to put on any more foliage. Right now, the bulb is going to start expanding. So this is what I call ringing. It's fairly quickly, I'm just coming around and just loosening the dirt around the base. Don't worry if it's a little, trust me, even if it falls over, it'll pick itself back up. So you're just going around, and you just want to loosen with your finger. You see that? It's almost falling, but don't worry. And this, see how this one wants to fall? That's okay. As long as the roots are still intact, okay? This doesn't matter at this point. Look at it. It's okay as long as the roots are intact. And you just want to basically make sure that your soil is not restricting, because if your soil is so compact, when that bulb wants to, you know, expand, it's going to have restriction from the soil. You know, I know if you're a big time grower, obviously you're not going to do this because you're not going to go through your whole field doing this. But if you're a backyard gardener like I am certainly going to invest. You know, I've already invested a lot of time and energy into getting the onions to this stage. So for me, it's very important to invest another, 40 minutes, even if it's an hour, to just come through here. Look at that, see? And just simply, oh, you see that? It's already starting to boil. You see that? See how it's starting to get round? And guys, I'm not going to make this a super long video because I think you get the point of what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go along every single onion, and I am going to simply wring them out, and it is what it is. That's what I call wringing your onions. And aren't they healthy? And so now, I did explain on the other video, but while I'm here, let's count the blades. Now the blades on your onions means how many rings are going to be around your onion. That determines basically how big your onion's gonna be. So let's see how many blades we have on this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I did do a count before on like 20 of them, and the average is between 9 blades and 11 blades. Ideally, I'd like 14 blades, but I'm happy with 11 blades, between 9 and 12, 11. That's going to make a really, really nice onion. If I'm shooting for 14, I'm trying to be a little greedy, I guess. But between 9 and 12, you should not complain. Okay guys, so before I close out this video, the last thing I want to say is at this point, I will no longer be fertilizing these onions again. That's it. They've had, I started them out with a 10-10-10, and then I gave them a shot of nitrogen, and my phone is falling. Okay, I caught it. And then I gave them actually 2 shots of nitrogen, which I believe was like at 21.5. Ammonium sulfate is what I gave them. And you guys can see it on that video that I'm going to put here. But right now, no more fertilizing. Once they stop bulbing, which is now, no more fertilizing. But water, because onion is 90% water. Now, if you're going to water your onions, it's every other day. Give them a ton of water, water, water. They need that water to make them expand, to make them get bigger. So that's just, actually, I was going to say advice. That's not advice, that's fact. If you want big onions, follow the series that I just did here, and you should have no problem getting big onions like I believe I'm going to get, or I certainly hope I'm going to get. But right now, I'm going to water these onions extremely heavily for every other day. They're gonna get it. So guys, that's about gonna wrap it up. While you guys are on the channel and you find this information that I'm giving you helpful, please feel free, click the subscribe button right down there, and the thumbs up button or the thumbs down if you didn't like it. Doesn't matter to me. And if you want to share this video to your social media, maybe it'll help someone else that doesn't necessarily come to YouTube, please do so. It helps my channel. And while you're here, you see these videos here, there, stick around the channel and enjoy these videos. Okay, till next time guys, you stay safe and grow big onions.